Yeah. All right, guys, I bet that got your attention.
Yes.
Good evening. This hat is not staying on for the full journey just to get your attention. We are talking about what's really stopping new homes going up this evening. We'll give you an early clue. It's not a shortage of buyers. Stay tuned. We're going to delve into a really hot topic on press.
Definitely. All right, here we go. I love the hat, actually, Billy.
You want it back?
Nah, just right. It'll distract me. All right, how are we doing today? On the day?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Good. It's busy. I think people still are wanting to get things done before Christmas.
Yeah, I feel like we should address that on the buyer front. At the moment, we deal with a huge amount of buyer interaction across a blend of residential, commercial. For this time of year, spring came very late,
yes,
and that has resulted in the market still holding a really good temperature, even for Fridays till Christmas.
Yes, pretty much forward through, and it's pumping hard. People are, trying to get things done beforehand, and we are working throughout Christmas, so we will definitely be there.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're still looking, if your pre-approval is expiring soon, get your things in order, because not everyone's away. So you might want some solicitors that are working throughout the space, and your broker should be working. If not, we know we'll have some people that will definitely be working.
Yeah.
And if you need to find your next home and move in before Christmas, it's still possible.
Yeah, absolutely. We are here. And look, this evening's topic comes from a lot of buyer talk on both development front and buyers saying, we just want to see more stock being built.
Yes.
We want to see more options, but it's just not coming through.
Yeah.
And a lot of buyers have been asking, like, why is there not much in the pipeline? Because we sell a lot of off the plan new development as well, but for the size of the Northern Beaches, where you've got almost 250,000 dwellings,
Yes.
A building of 300, which is considered of the biggest on the Northern Beaches, majority of them are more like a drop in the ocean, like a building of 50 or 60. Some of them are even buildings of 20 or 40. Like, it's a drop in the ocean.
Yeah, very, very true. And we normally chat about this. People always drive through Pittwater Road here in Northern Beach and see all the high rises.
Yeah.
And they talk about, everything is changing. There's new buildings everywhere. But they're only in the outskirts of that Pittwater Road. Like, if you drive a bit deeper towards a bit more streets leading towards the beach, it's still those old red brick and
have a look at
all of the red brick and brown brick houses, which are only 8 to 20 apartments in there. And right now, I think there's 4 to 5 developments going in DY alone, and more than 80% of them are resolved.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so we need more units, and people love off the plan properties because you have so much to pick from. It's a good location. Customize it if it's prior to getting built, and you don't have to worry about finance for the next 18 to 24 months.
Yeah.
And people just love that.
Yeah. But we do have a bit of a crisis, and it stems from really, in short, feasibility not stacking up across construction
Very much.
and development sites. And so we're on the ground, we're sort of on the coalface talking with developers who are looking for site acquisition, but it's simply not feasible to make a profit margin on the basic holding costs and transacting costs, which before they've even got started is land, material, labor, holding costs, and getting it out of the ground. So tonight we're going to share some punchy facts on that.
Definitely.
And I am a believer that is the number one supporting reason these prices are holding firm. It's underpinning strong results
Very much.
in the established market.
Very true on that. And the main reason we're talking about this is with, of course, the new rules going with LMR and the government supporting dual occupancies at many locations. So duplex was the conversation starter. So we recently sold 2 brand new duplexes in Brookvale, and once we sell, we kind of free assist the whole street, because if something sells on the street, the whole value of the street goes up, right? So the next door neighbor was quite curious, say, okay, I have the exact same land.
I'll pull it up for you.
Okay, so I have the exact same land. What can I do there? So we started talking and we started doing some numbers. So normally with development, which is reverse engineer. So what a finished product would sell for, what would it cost to build, what's the legal cost, and then their 25 to 30% margin. And then you'll say, okay, that's how much we can give to the owner of the house. So when we did that, the owners of the site where you can build a duplex were not getting that much in return, because you can build a dual occupancy there. Why? Because the legal costs are high, because the construction costs are really high. So from 2020 up to 2025, the building costs have gone up to 40%. So I did a quick math with things. So there we go. That's the one that we recently sold, duplex in 3 Pine Avenue. 647 square meter block size. They bought in 2020 for 1.65 million.
Yeah.
2020, right? And now 5 years later, the holding cost, the insurance, the build cost, the legals, and they split it perfectly between 320 square meter for 2 duplexes.
Yep.
And this one just sold for 2.41 million.
2.41 on the right side.
On the right side.
2.5 million on the
other side.
left side. So for round numbers sake, let's just say
up to 5 mil for easy calculations.
Yeah.
And if you reverse engineer that back to what the building cost would be, so the build cost, you're looking at 3,800 per square meter.
Yep.
Which is the average throughout Sydney to build cost, something like this. So if you multiply that by 320 square meters, you're looking somewhere between 1.2 million to 1.3 each duplex.
Yeah, wow.
So when you do that, half of your cost is pretty much gone after that 5 mil. 2.4 is gone in build. And if you take 100 grand in legal, you only left for 2.3 million.
It's not much skin in the game, is it?
No.
So that's it there. And
that's the one there. And
for the site cost.
Yeah, next door, which is the exact same site.
Yeah.
Do you have a finished product right now, working off that 5 mil? Because that's the most realistic comparison next door.
Yeah.
And thank you for bringing this up so quickly as well.
No worries.
So yeah, that's where we kind of started the conversation with things. And compared to 2020 versus 2025, the building cost is too much.
So 5 years of not much action.
Yeah.
5 years of holding, basically waiting for the feasibility to come good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a competing range as to what increases faster at any one time. Is it property prices are growing quicker, or is the building cost growing quicker? And so that's what developers are looking at.
Exactly.
Here's another punchy sort of fact for you, which blew my socks off.
Okay. Excited.
I thought this was crazy. So the cost of delivering a typical mid-rise apartment in Sydney, so 4 to 9 stories, which is a lot of the new stuff, rose from 666,000 per dwelling in 2018 to 905,000 in 2023. That's a 36% increase.
There you go.
In that 5-year period. So for someone like the developers and owners of Pine Avenue, which, look, I think the word developer is probably misused a bit.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we're dealing with, someone with really just building construction who wants to deliver a good product, and obviously be rewarded for their efforts.
Yes, very much. And sometimes it's not worth all your time, effort, risk, and money, because at the end you're not getting that much of a return.
Yeah.
Because 5 years, I did the math for this particular site, like the amount of they bought 1.65, the holding cost each year with stamp duty, insurance, interest, based on if they bought 80%, it was 87,000 per year.
Wow.
So on 5 year alone, that's like 400 grand, just the holding cost. And for the DA, for the architecture and everything, that was 150 grand. So when you actually look at it, I don't see it feasible. Now, I don't want to buy that site next door and build a similar property because the numbers, don't make sense.
Yeah. Another thing that I found shocking, a big villain, is the tax and red tape. Now, here was another interesting one. For a typical house and land package in Sydney, around 49% of the total cost is now taxes, regulatory charges and infrastructure
49%.
contributions. So half. That's what it takes to get something out the ground, guys. So if you're wondering why you're not seeing a strong pipeline of property being introduced into your suburb, that's probably the reason why. For something like the Northern Beaches, an established market, lower North Shore, upper North Shore, eastern suburbs, Northern Beaches, there's just not enough land, and these are conversations we're having regularly.
Exactly. And with not enough land being there, you have to do a knockdown rebuild. Right. Yeah. So for the house next door, like it's normally valued would be a 2.2 to 2.3 mil. That's the median house price throughout Northern Beaches for an average home. So when you do the reverse engineering again, the value of the house for a duplex site comes at 2 mil. So like there's a 300 grand difference because the property prices are going up and the construction prices are going up as well. So the math won't math, right?
Yeah.
And as I was digging deeper, what I found, I didn't know we could find this on the council website. So they actually have a summary, which you can look up as well in the council website. You can see how many DAs were lodged in Northern Beaches in a financial year.
Share the screen. We'll go off for a sec. Hang on. You're gonna hear us, but plug this in.
Plug that in. Okay.
You can show people through.
All right.
Don't worry, guys. We're here.
Let's see. Can we share it?
It'll pop up. Here you go. Boom.
All right, there we go.
I don't know if you can zoom in.
Can I zoom into it? All right, so there you go. So that's 2020 to 2021 financial year.
Yeah.
If you look in there, so the new residential dwellings, the DA applications were 213. And for secondary dwelling, there was 140.
Yeah.
Right, so that's for 2020 to 2021. Now, if we go, this is 2024 to 2025. Look at the drop. New residential dwellings, 171. And secondary 86. So that's at least a drop of for secondary dwellings from 140 it went to 86.
Yep.
So more than half. For new residential dwellings from 213 it went to 171 right there. And this can all be found on the Northern Beaches Council's website as well. So there you go. That's some realistic fact for you guys, and thank you for looking. Let's see if we can bring us back.
We'll be back.
Are we back? There we go. We are back, sir. So that's some realistic numbers there as well. So things are pretty real. What we're talking, developers are being very cautious these days before they jump into something.
Yeah.
So because when they do the numbers, not everything makes sense.
Yeah.
Just because you can build a duplex, people might not do a duplex.
No, that's right. You know, they're motivated by the the gross realization, the finished product. So if you'd like more info, give us a call. I reckon there's never been a better time to have bought off the plan, particularly for something with limited stock that's established. I personally just bought something off the plan.
Hey, congratulations,
which is exciting. But I only say that because a lot, actually 6 people in our office have sort of put their money where their mouth is. So we believe in it, we back it, and prices have only got one way to continue whilst this is is happening in the background.
Great. I think we covered most of it, and yeah, that's about it.
Thanks.
Have a good night. Easy.
Have a good night.